This is on trail day number 137. It is Friday, November 20th of 2020. And I'm getting back on trail across the street from the GB where I ended yesterday. Had to play Splat the Hiker across the highway this morning. So far, the new footwear is feeling pretty good. There's a shelter 9 miles out. That is the goal. And then there's another one 15 miles. Or like another 5 miles past the 9-mile shelter. So I'm just going to see how I feel at the 9 miles. The feet are feeling pretty good at the moment. But in 9 miles it may be a different story, so we'll just see how the day goes with the new footwear. So there's a little kiosk here about the camping, the areas it's permitted, etc. So I was planning on going to Lambert's Meadow Shelter for tonight. So that's just north of Tinker Cliffs and not too far from McAfee Knob. So, and then the Dragon's Tooth coming up. That's some places I've heard of a time or two. So that's kind of cool. Got some interesting things coming up in the next few days. I'm not too far in yet. I'm maybe a mile. The feet are still feeling pretty good. There's a couple of sore spots, but those are spots that were sore with the chacos. So hopefully they'll just get better and I won't develop any new ones. You know, most of those people in those apartments probably have no idea the AT's right here. So we're at a view spot 2 miles from town. Those are those apartments we walked behind a little bit ago. And the hotel we stayed at is to the right of that. So it's about 1,000-foot climb in 2 miles to get up here. My feet are feeling pretty good. The new shoes are working so far. I'm digging them. You can hear the power lines sizzling above our head. But that is our biggest climb of the day, so it's always nice to get the big climb out and done early. Yeah. That's a nice view. We had an array of terrain, had an uphill to get to the power line, and then past that it got rocky with some ups and downs. And it's been a good day for testing some shoes, I guess. And so far, so good. So I'm happy with them at the moment. this is just another view of the reservoir, a little bit further up than where we were a minute ago. Kind of on this rocky ridge. We got something coming up called the monolith. Not sure what that is, but looks like we got more rocks to go over to get there though. And two of them circling now. I don't know if you can see it with the sun, but it's another view of the same reservoir. Has been good terrain today for testing out new footwear, I tell you. The trail will provide. This particular pair of Solomons do not have rock plates or anything, so you can feel the rocks, but they're not bad or uncomfortable. It's almost like there's just enough give to the sole. When you step on a rock, it kind of cups over, which is great for traction. I haven't had a slip yet. But will they make it 700 miles? That is the question. So I believe we have made it to Hay Rock. The trail kind of come around behind. Looks like they've spray painted over graffiti. Just a big slab of rock. And then that reservoir down below. Kind of cool. Actually, I think I'm going to stop here and take a break. It's a little after 1:30. We got 5 miles left, so got time for a break. So I got to this power line, and I just noticed, just can see the moon. I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but I can faintly make it out. But Had a sign said it was an overlook, so I figured I'd walk down here and see what it was looking over. I got the two buzzards circling around. But not a bad view. A reservoir down below. Now here we are at another overlook. Not a bad view. So this is a nice section of trail. Got about 2 miles to get to Lambert's Meadow shelter. And I just passed a section hiker, or weekend hiker, whatever. He's been out for 3 days. And he said the campsite that is just north of the shelter, like 0.1 miles, and he liked it better. Said it had picnic tables and bear box. And I don't really need the shelter. It being a Friday night, I figured there'd probably be other people at the shelter, but he said he hasn't seen anyone north of Tinker Cliffs, so there may not be anyone at the shelter tonight, but he said McAfee's knob was covered up today. I'm sure tomorrow will be even worse. But that's just the way it worked out. So I got one more little hill climb. It's supposed to have a view. And then it'll be all downhill to camp. Our last overlook of the day. Not too much further to camp. There's deer in the trail. I don't know if you can see them. They're a little bitty. There's a whole bunch of them was out there. I think we're close to our campsite. I can hear rushing water. So this is the campsite. It is a pretty nice camp spot. .6 miles to Tinker Cliff. And we'll go there tomorrow. I think I'm going to check this spot out, and this might make this home for tonight. Alright, so I'm going to put my hammock between those two big trees. It doesn't really look like there's any big dead limbs hanging out over me. So my first day with real shoes, my feet feel pretty good, better than they've been feeling lately. With the gaiters, I did not have to stop and dig any debris out of my shoes, so that was a plus. So as of right now, the new shoes is a good move. We'll see in the days to come. Tomorrow, not sure how many miles I'll do, probably 12 I think. There's a couple of shelters that's close together. Just depends how busy McAfee and Tinker Cliffs. I want to see those spots, so probably take another slightly easier day tomorrow and then start picking up the miles after that. By then the shoes won't be broke in, but they'll be getting there. So I'm going to get my hammock put up, start my water filter in, and then cook dinner. It's mac and cheese night tonight. I try to always cook the heaviest thing first, so mac and cheese it is. And we'll get started southbound in the morning.